Hi, I'm back with a video. This video is on Kandi Burruss, one of the real housewives of Atlanta, or some would say house husbands because they're all men. And I'm going to prove to you in the pictures that I have that Kandi is a male, okay? And actually, let's get started. Here, I mentioned before that they actually worship other gods and goddesses. And if you look at this picture here, this is symbolism of Egyptian goddess. Okay, so they all do it. They don't worship the Almighty God, they worship other gods. Okay, and I'm going to show you in the next picture that even the little boy, he started early, okay, with the Satan worship. That's what he's doing here. And some, they tried to sell us yoga, which is satanic. And I'm not sure which one he's doing here, but this is like conjuring demons. And that's what they do. Now, I mentioned also that Kandi is a male. And I know that 100% because the bones do not lie. Okay. The structure of a body, you can't change that. And that's how come, when somebody dies and the body is decomposed, they can always tell what sex it is. And I've worked in the medical field, but I had no idea. I had to use my medical eye when I'm watching TV. But once my eyes open to this, it's easily seen that these people are not who they say they are. Now, this is the so-called daughter, and I believe his name is Riley. So if you believe this is a female, I'm sorry for you. This is a male. You can see the receded hairline, okay? The square jawline and the square chin. This is a male. And as far as where do they get these kids? Now, sometimes they can make the kids or anybody look alike because of the plastering of the makeup. And, of course, they do the mask because I do have a video that I've done probably a month ago on the mask. But if they do have children, they can, because they can donate sperm and have children. Okay, and on the show, they showed us that Todd is the husband. So we don't know exactly who Todd could be. I didn't pull any pictures on Todd, but the brush that he has around his mouth, like the mustache and the beard, all of that is fake. So, you have to determine who the female could be, if it's their real child that they have. So this picture, you can't see much. This is the best that it would come out. But all of these are little boys. And you can see the stance of Kandi. That's the stance of a man, a little boy. So all of these are males. Okay. And here is a younger picture as well. Okay. And if you look closely, you can see the Adam's apple sticking out. And this is before the multiple surgeries or the plastering of the makeup or a mask. But Kandi is a male 100%. And here you see the cross. And that tells you who put her on, the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, the Pope wears this every time. And of course, recently, the Pope actually endorsed same-sex civil rights. So that's what they're about. And I'm sure you've heard before the molestation of little boys by the Catholic Church. So that's what they want, everybody inverted. And like I said, they get these children. Some of them they get when they were young, and the Hollywood artists, the older ones, they have to raise them. And what they do is they switch their genders, okay, and they raise them like that. So you see the cross around the neck. And if you look, there's a six-pack, and women do not have six-packs. And that torso is straight. So Kandi is a male. And here on this picture, you can see the brow bossing. Okay, the square jawline. And here The hairline is receded, and of course, men have receded hairlines. And this is another picture of him with the group when they were younger, but they're all boys. Okay, now you see all of the space between the breasts. That's too far apart to be real. It's balloon breast, and they all have it. And of course here, the receded hairline, the same thing. This is 100% a male. Okay, I see a little boy staring at me here on this picture. Okay. And this is a picture, if you look closely, you can see the Adam's apple sticking out. So women do not have Adam's apples. Little boy looking at us. Okay. Now here, you see the stars in the ears to represent the fallen angels. And the torso is straight, the torso of a male, no hip indent. And if you see, the legs are crossed, and that's called a transgender pose. Okay, meaning he is transgendered, and soon in the very near future, you will go to a public restroom and they're going to have this symbol, okay, with the transgender pose. And there's Kandi again. He's doing the devil's horn with one hand and the symbolism on the bandana. So I believe my point has been made. Take heed.